Welcome back to my channel Only Plan A. When you go to a gardening store, are you really confused on which soil to buy for your plants? You have Akadama, Kanuma, and you have perlite, vermiculite, and so many are there. As there is a lot to explain in this soil series, I will explain this into 5 episodes. The first episode I will be talking about natural soils from volcanoes. Second episode I will be talking about soil amendments. The third episode we will talk about compost. In the fourth we will talk about potting soil and seed mix. And in the fifth one we will talk about how to make your own soil. Let's go! In this episode we will talk about natural soils formed by volcanoes. Question: do you know how many active volcanoes in Japan? Wait for the answer till the end. The first we will talk about something called black soil, Kurosuchi in Japanese. This is a top layer formed after the volcanic activity. Then we have something called Akadama. We can call this as red ball soil. This is the next layer which is formed below the black soil. This is a kind of a clay. The third one is called Kanuma soil. This Kanuma soil is the bottommost layer which is formed after the volcanic activity. In order to understand the soil types in detail, let's try to understand the properties of these three. The first one is about the texture. We will also talk about water retention, and then their fertilizer holding capacity, the pH level, and in the last we will also say that where it can be used widely. The texture of the black soil, as you see here, it's very light and it's very crumbly. Then we have this Akadama. Akadama is more like a ball shaped. In the last we have this Kanuma. It's more like a rocky structure. Next is water retention properties. I am going to give a small demo here. I'm adding water in this now. You see how fast this Kanuma soil is holding the water, and also the drainage is good. And if you see the center Akadama, it is good. The water retention is good, and also the drainage is good. If you see the black soil, it is holding more water, but the drainage is a problem. Next is natural fertilizer and fertilizer holding capacity. For black soil, it is naturally fertilized. And if you see the Akadama soil and Kanuma soil, they are not naturally fertilized. In terms of fertilizer holding capacity, black soil can retain good fertilizer, that is good capacity is available. For Akadama and Kanuma, Akadama is moderate and Kanuma is low to moderate. So if you see the fertilizer point of view, I think black soil wins the race here. Next, let's talk about the pH, the percentage of hydrogen. Black soil is a big range is there, slightly acidic to slightly alkaline, 6.5 to 8.5 range. Akadama is slightly acidic, the range is 6 to 6.5, and Kanuma soil is more acidic, it is 4 to 5.5. In general, black soil and Akadama soil can suit for most of the generic plants. Akadama soil, I think if you see any YouTube channels across the globe, they will talk about the bonsai. Akadama is very, very best for bonsais. Kanuma soil is more acidic. So for example, like blueberries can be one example where the plant loves this acidic nature. Those can survive very well in the Kanuma soil. So as a conclusion, out of these three, I would say Akadama is more neutral and it has got all the required properties for a soil. Kanuma comes next. just be cautious about its pH level. And then black soil, I would say that though it has got some natural fertilizer in it, but due to its drainage problem, we have to be careful about how we use it. So finally, did you find the answer for the question, how many active volcanoes in Japan? Really a big surprise here. The number is 110. By the way, did I tell that these soils cannot be used just like that? It has to be amended with something else. Of course, there are some exceptions, but we need to amend this. And what are all the options we have? Let's talk about it in the coming episodes.